Hello, everybody. Welcome. Good evening. Yeah, we got another fantastic meal for David's Kitchen. We've got the veggie pasta bolognese, $7 for 10 servings. Today we're going to be using pretty cool ingredients. Let me get you a picture of those ingredients. Moving that forward. Camera's kind of out of position there. We're going to start with a pasta rotini. It's like a curly pasta. We've got some drop frames coming in. Are we having some problems on your end? Go ahead and tell me if we are. We're still broadcasting for the most part. Okay. All right. Frozen. Interesting. We're not sure what's going on with that. Frozen here? Huh. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and up, down, and up go. Okay, let's take a look. Good evening. Working now. We're up and running. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a look at how we can make a wonderful meal for all of you. Things are evolving in the world, and I thought the best thing to do would be to make something that would last long in the refrigerator. I know a lot of you are worried about things that are happening all over the place. Let's take a look at the ingredients again. If you hadn't seen it, we're going to start with rotini, pasta that has got a curly Q in it. This is a $1 container of ronzoni. We're going to use a very large can of diced tomatoes. I got this at the dollar store for $1. It's 28 ounces. We're going to take tomato paste. I'm going to show you how to make sauce out of it. This was only 33 cents. I got it for on sale. This was 50 cents, but I'm going to combine these two and make $1 out of them. This is my nice mushrooms. Stems and pieces. We're also buying some, we bought some really nice organic zucchini and green pepper for the meal. The meat today will be a natural style of Oscar Mayer, which is made with no nitrates, a half of a sausage basically for a pork flavor, along with about 3/4 of a pound of meat. So you can combine the two, make about a pound of meat. Okay. The recipe calls for 2 onions. Or one large onion will do it. But these are 2 nice onions. And celery. Got some celery here. 1 stalk of celery and 2 carrots. I've got an organic carrot here that needs to be eaten. You can see that. And I'm going to get a little bit of my organic carrots here. You can see this. It's best to buy organic whenever you see carrots. Yeah, simple truth, organic. So I'm going to use 1 or 2 carrots, 1 celery, 1 large onion, and a large green pepper, and 1 large zucchini. As you can see from the zucchini, it's really large. It's about I would say that's about, would you say that's 9 inches or 10? Let's take a look. That's 9 inches. 9 inches. Okay, so a 9-inch zucchini. Okay, what's going on here? Connie doesn't, she's not here right now. She's my sister. Hey, a little tip for a lot of you. If you have carrots sitting in a bag and they're dry, that's a big 9-inch zucchini. What I recommend doing is putting a little water in the bag. Not much. You can just basically let it drain out. It makes your carrots last a lot longer. Just a little bit of water. Okay, veggie pasta bolognese. Excellent. We better get started because I've got a lot of things to do. This kind of a meal requires some cutting. So I'm going to set my onions and my peppers and all this stuff I'm going to cut on this board. Pick up my carrot. And I don't know about you, but I need a cup of coffee. So I'm going to have a cup of fresh coffee I just made in my drip coffee maker. And I use a combination of regular coffee and I top it off with really good coffee. And I recommend that because the price of coffee is really kind of expensive. Hang on. We'll go off that camera onto this camera. We are on the laptop here. I like a little cream in my coffee. I've been getting this organic half and half, non-GMO. It's getting so complicated when you shop now because you've got to look for food that's not genetically modified. No, there's no mold on my carrots. Everything's looking good. Hey, you're not allowed to promote him here because he has no personality. Yeah. My pants are a size 40. I like them loose because when I'm out farming or gardening or something, it gives me a little skosh more room, when comfort is everything. Well, I could feed my family for years on next to nothing, so I'm not sure where you're going with your North Korean propaganda. Yeah, I descended from farmers. My family they were farmers in North Dakota. I wasn't a farmer, but, come from farming stock. Boxers or briefs? Or nothing at all? Good question. Hey, that's good coffee. Right out of the thermos. Or actually right out of the drip coffee maker. Hey, like my curl. Isn't that nice? Yeah, it's kind of a hot day here today, so I'm going to turn on a fan. Excuse me. Okay, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Get the camera up and we'll start chopping and cutting and I'll look at the chat. Okay, my fresh produce is right here in front of you. I've got organic carrots that I purchased at the market. And I've got organic celery that I purchased at the market. You see, farming to me is just going to the market now. Used to be you had to till the soil. Well, now the chemtrails polluting the entire planet. Growing seasons don't last very long. And if you're not stocked up on good quality canned food for the apocalypse, you're not ready. And these organic food products at the market are really safer than growing things in your own front yard now because, well, frankly, my whole front yard is covered with diesel because of the people that live in my area. They like to drive diesel trucks. So I kind of gave up on the gardening idea out in front. Now I'm just growing, I'm growing artichoke and herbs like spearmint. I'm growing lemon verbena. I'm growing onions in my garden. Very slow growing. A lot of this stuff doesn't require a lot of water too. And one of the keys is, the swim spa's always got water in it. 90 degrees too. You want to take a spa? You want to just stop this and go take a spa right now? Take the laptop out there and just jump in. My water in my yard is pretty good. I mean, we live right between two toxic waste zones. So we're 10 miles apart from the two Navy toxic waste spills where they dumped flame retardant on the ground and let it leach into the water for years. And now our water is toxic north of here and south of here. So we're kind of in a nice little place where we had draw good well water. How long, I don't know. So I'm beginning to wonder if it's time to sell or not. Okay. I'm not getting anything done than sitting here chatting with you and drinking coffee, am I? But you know, cookies should be enjoyable. You really shouldn't have a... Look at this. Now, I'm not going to get any more life out of this wilted organic celery, so I'm just going to go ahead and... Some people say toss it. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it all up and put it in there. I don't think it'll be a bad thing. Okay, let's get busy. You want to cut off the ends, make sure there's nothing, nothing too weird about the ends. Hang on, is this even on the screen? Hang on. Oh, it is. Wow, okay. Yeah, we're trying to make use of any garden vegetables you have in the house, so feel free to pipe in on any specific subjects that you want to talk about. All right, so we're going to do this fairly quickly. We're starting a pan in the back here on level 3 or 4, level 3. I was cooking breakfast in there, and there's just oil, so don't worry about it. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and cut up these carrots and the celery and the onions while that pan is heating up at level 4. Actually, 3, level 3. All right. Now, be very careful with the knife. These things are super sharp, okay? You want to go for a nice tight dice because bolognese sauce has a nice tight knit to it. You don't want to eat a lot of big lumpy vegetables except for the greenery. Whenever you see green, you want to eat, leave that about a 1/4 inch. But as far as the carrots and the onions and the celery, go for about an 1/8 inch cut. Let's get this thing going pretty fast. It doesn't have to be exact. You don't have to stand there with a ruler, decide how big the cuts are. You know what I'm talking about. And we'll get these little guys going. Now the carrots take the longest to cook, so they go in first. Look at that beautiful cucumber. 9-inch cucumber. Excuse me, zucchini. 9-inch zucchini. Thank you. We're going to go ahead and put a little oil on the bottom of the pan. And we use extra virgin olive oil. 3 tablespoons. You can eye it on, 2 to 3 tablespoons. Now the meat I got is extra lean, so it's not that. And I bought it in bulk for $2 a pound. I'm going to throw the carrots in first, and you're wondering why. Well, because it's going to take longer than any other vegetable. All right. And we're going to cut up our celery. It's actually more than 1 stalk, but it doesn't matter. Again, about an 1/8 inch cut. We're cooking for 10 people today, so not that I have 10 people around here, but I'll make these dinners and freeze them and make nice lunches and dinners warmed up. That's how I roll. Okay, I'm going to pull the skin off of these things. These are sweet onions I have. These are vidalias or walla wallas, as they call them out here. They're kind of like Maui, Vidalia, or Walla Walla, and they're really nice. They're amazing, actually. You can eat these things raw. They're so sweet. They're not pungent at all. The skins are always a problem with onions. You got to just make sure you get them at the top. Peel back. If that doesn't work, go for the bottom. Sometimes you lose a layer. especially if it's kind of leathery. You don't want leathery onions. And if this was a really large onion, I wouldn't be spending my time peeling it right now because it would be done. But these onions are a little small, so I went with 2 medium. All right, cool. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It's been kind of warm here today, but not real warm by many standards. I mean, warm to us is 75 degrees. Yeah, my knives are always sharp. Always make sure you have a sharp knife when you're cooking. I sharpen them once in a while. Whoa! See that? No herky-jerky moments there. You don't want to mess around with a knife. Okay, here we go. Nice slices down the side. There's one. I'm going to turn that level up to level 6 now. There's the other half of that one. No stems in there. This is going to be full of onions. I love it. Now this calls for 1 large clove of garlic. We'll be using a teaspoon or a tablespoon of garlic. I like garlic, so I'm not going to hesitate. I've got this great crushed garlic in the refrigerator. Okay, what I usually do is, in order to enhance the cooking period, if you put a little water in there, just about a teaspoon, and get ready to cover it up. But first, I'm going to start the, I'm going to use Italian seasoning. And kind of cap it off there. Sprinkle it all over the top. Okay. While I'm there, I'm going to show you guys how to make tomato sauce out of a small thing of concentrated tomato paste. What I'm doing is rinsing out my Pyrex so it's thoroughly clean from any dishwasher residue that might be on it. Sometimes when you use a dishwasher, you'll get residue on some of your dishes. You want to make sure you don't eat your residue. Nothing like eating a can of detergent, for the dinner. You don't want to do that. So, we're going to do this right off while I cover this other piece. I'm going to cover that pan up, and let it cook on level 6. It's going to cook fast and hard until I get the meat in there. The meat's going in almost right away, so it's not like I'm not waiting around here. But I am going to try to make this little tomato sauce for you to get it going. Now, this is a money-saving tip I'm giving you. These little cans of tomato sauce or tomato paste. Oh, look at that! I've got everything's see-through. I was wondering why I was having problems with that camera. Okay, hang on. Here we go. There we go. Okay, gotcha. This is a tomato paste, and one can will turn into virtually 3 times as much as tomato sauce. So we're going to go ahead and put some of this inside the Pyrex at the bottom. I'm just shaking Italian seasoning in there. Then I'm going to take the tomato paste and pour it into the Pyrex. Plop, plop, right in there. You get as much as you can in there. Whoopsie. Okay, and then I'm going to put some actually filtered water in here. And filtered water in here. I'm going to fill it up all the way to 2 cups with filtered water. Now, one of the ways I get this out of here is I just go around in a circle like this. working both sides, and then make sure you get as much of that tomato out of that can. You can practically get all of it. All the way to the bottom. Okay. Dang near all of it. Okay, great. We're now going to just kind of stir that while I do other things. All right. Like drink a cup of coffee here. Yeah. Yeah, Sarah is an excellent baker. She's awesome. I really like the way she bakes. I do the cooking, she does the baking. Some of you may want to go with a veggie burger. It's up to you, You can go with veggie burger in the dish to replace the bolognese sauce, but it's not going to taste as good. Sarah is amazing, isn't she? Honestly, I wouldn't be able to do this whole thing that I do every day if I didn't have Sarah in my life. There are a lot of women that would not put up with this. No, I'm serious. I mean, yeah, I retired at a young age and I have the time to do this. It's not that big of a deal, but honestly, most women wouldn't even bother putting up with this. They really wouldn't. So I'm very, very fortunate. She really is. And we make a great team, yeah. My dad used to say that we were like two peas in a pod. We worked so well together. Okay, so I'm gonna cut up that sausage now. Those onions and everything are cooking rather rapidly. So we're kind of crunched for time right now to get the meat in there. So what I'm going to do is bisect this meat in half. There we go. Just cut it down the side. It's got a really good mix. This Oscar Mayer, we had it last night, it has like fried tomato in it. You want to get it to a nice, tight cut. Preferably in half, so you don't want the whole big, huge wedge in there. And make the pieces kind of small like that. That way everybody gets a little bit of some of the good tasting sausage. And again, you can use turkey-based sausage. You don't have to use pork. Okay, and because sausage has more oil in it, that's going in first. All righty? So there we go. Let's get this ready. Right in there. Keep the lid on. Move it around, shake it. This is the hamburger. And what I like to do with a hamburger is spread it out and cover it with onion powder before it hits the grill. It just gives it a really kind of a good taste. All right. And right now is a good time to start the water. So we're going to start the water. I'm going to filter the water here. I'm going to fill this pan up with water so we can have plenty of water. About half of this pan has to be filled up so that I can make the rotini, a really good durum wheat product that's very tasty. That was a 9-inch sausage there, buddy. That's right. I put a little salt in the water too, so like that. Okay, we're going to turn that on a high flame over here in the back. I'm going to take that up to a very high flame. Okay. And I'm going to put some, I've got some dried onion powder I need to get rid of. And I don't want to, throw it in the garbage because what happens is this stuff cakes out of the bottom here. It starts to cake. See that? So it's of no good value. So I can just take a knife, maybe. And work this around so the onion powder works up. Oh, I am calm. This is me calm. You ought to see me when I'm really excited. I can do things 10 times faster than a normal human being. Yeah. Not to say I'm not normal. I am normal, right, Ellie? Ellie, where are you? Okay. Calm down, okay? I like to put a little onion powder on here, on the meat. There we go. And I like to hit that top side of that meat with a little pepper. So we're going to go with a little pure black pepper. Put that seasoned side down in the pan right now. Seasoned side down. Right there in there. Vest it right in. Push it in. Push it right in there. Okay. Press it all in. Cover it up and turn it down to level 3 again. Okay. For all of you who like to cook slowly, which is great, I would prefer taking 2 hours making this dinner. But being I'm jacked up on coffee now, I want to get it done in 15 minutes. Now, here's an idea. The bolognese sauce is a little bit lacking in taste and spice. So if you've got some hot sauce, now is the time to use it. Put it right on that meat, raw meat, right before it gets in the warming stage and starts to cook in. So I've got some 25-cent peri-peri sauce that I picked up here. These things never go bad. You can never, wholesale foods, if you ever see these things, buy them. 25 cents for a bottle like this. It's great. Or if you're really, really into, incredible hot sauce, I don't recommend using 100% pain. Yeah, this stuff is way too hot for anything. Whereas Cholula is very similar to peri-peri. Cholula is a brand name. I recommend Cholula. Tabasco is okay. But the key to this dish is the hot sauce. It really is, believe it or not. So I'm going to put a whole tablespoon of this hot sauce in there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the pasta right in here a little bit too. Half a tablespoon in this mix. And a half a tablespoon right here. There we go. All you need for incredible flavor. Don't overdo it. And this will just mix right in with my sauce. I made my sauce from a 33-cent can of pasta, or rather tomato paste. Fantastic. Now we've got some vegetables. We'll wash them off. These are beautiful. I had to adjust my price to, this was going to be a $5 10-meal deal. And I had to adjust my price because the cost of the vegetables is so high. I used to get 3 of these for $1. And now I can only get 1 green pepper for $1. This was $1 on sale, this zucchini. So I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, $1 for each of these, $2. $1 for the can of Carina diced tomatoes at the dollar store. $1 for the Smart Taste, that's $4. $2 for the meat, and $1 for additional items like onions and mushrooms, which I got for 50 cents. Look around for sales. When you see them, grab those kind of items for your house. This is a great way to save money. When the economy started getting tight in like 2005, prices of meat started going up. Hey, I can't have a garden, Ozarks. Yeah. We have a problem here. We're getting strafed with jets. We've got massive amounts of diesel spraying in my face when I go outside. I used to live in an area where there weren't a lot of people. And ever since the Navy kicked into high gear with this pivot to China thing, where they prepared for the potential conflict with China, my area is full of a bunch of truck driving, diesel blowing trucks, basically. People who love trucks. So if I were to grow things in my garden other than really very low water use things, most of my food would taste like diesel. You know, I used to have an organic garden in the front. Now all my organic herb gardens are in the back. I don't have any organic in the front because it's basically contaminated by the diesel or the jet fuel or whatever the hell they're spraying in the chemtrails in the skies above us. So it's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous to have a garden when you're getting doused with chemicals. So most of my food is in storage. Dehydrated food, canned food. You know, I guess it's the solar eclipse is coming up pretty soon, isn't it? What is it? August 21st? Yeah, I've got a lot of food in storage, so I'm just prepared for about a year, like the Mormons are, for survival. Nothing's mediocre about me. I have an incredible, beautiful pond out near my garden, and hi. Come out of the closet. You don't have to hide anymore. Come on in. I'm a heterosexual. I'm very open about it. Yeah, I'm not afraid to admit I'm a heterosexual. Well, if I'm going to do a gardening cast, it'll be in my biodome when I finish it. So I'm working on a new cover for the biodome this summer, so maybe I'll videotape that. Welcome to Heterosexual Cooking with Dave. As you can see, I got a 9-inch zucchini. Thank you. All right. And we're getting ready to chop the zucchini up and stir my sauce up. Got a couple things going on. Now is the time for all good men to stir their bolognese sauce. So as you know, I use wooden utensils. I try not to contaminate my food with plastic. And I use stainless steel. That's all I cook with. I'm going to press in here. It's very important to press in on this dish. I hope I'm impressing you. It's important that all this meat gets crushed up. A good bolognese sauce has got a fine feel to it. Yeah, look at that. And you know the carrots are almost done. You can feel it a little crunchy. They're al dente. Very nice. Press in there. And you don't need any added salt because there's a lot of salt in other ingredients. That pasta, that tomato paste. Thank you. You like that? When I do that? Yeah. You like looking at my pecs, don't you? Yeah, I figured you did. I'm going to put some more Italian seasoning on top of this. Like that. That meat's almost done. I'm going to start integrating a combination of things in here. I'm going to start with this pasta sauce, the tomato sauce I made. There you go. Just to put that on top to kind of meld the ingredients. Before I expand this dish out, I will need a my Mega Pyrex Visionware that I bought in 1980, I think. This is like the best thing ever made. It goes on a cooktop stove perfectly, and it handles like 500 degrees pretty well. Really bright here, but I can't control the brightness.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't think it's that bright. Yeah, it is pretty bright.
Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually, because this dish is going to expand out, I'm going to actually put this on another burner over here and turn it on low. And kind of warm it up, because this is where the dinner's going. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Sarah came in from the yard. We just had a bunch of people say I should garden. And I try to explain that outside I get diesel trucks nonstop in front of my garden.
And we have a thing called glacial till, which is basically like a clay soil. So basically in the winter it's like super wet like clay, and in the summer it hardens like concrete. And even though you might add things to it, it never truly gets enough nutrients to grow anything.
It leaches nutrients constantly with this glacial chill. And we didn't know this when I moved up here. I didn't do a soil test. So
Yes, you could send a package to our P.O. box.
I was quite shocked when I was unable to grow things without putting $50,000 of fertilizer into my yard. So it became a foregone conclusion that it's a lot easier to not grow things than to grow things in this in rough, hard pan environment. This is the kind of hard pan that our country was founded on, really. I mean, that's the kind of soil that my relatives came to, and they said, wow, this is really bad soil. So many people in North Dakota were like, Sarah's going to do a little cleanup on the stuff here. Many people in North Dakota were very frustrated with the soil quality until they got to the Green River Valley. Or the Red River Valley, I'm sorry. The Red River Valley. And the Red River Valley was I don't know why that is so far over there. Was filled with all kinds of potential. See this beautiful sky behind me? The Red River Valley was filled with all kinds of fertile soil. And that's when things started really taking off. All right.
I hear it bubbling.
I loves you, my little olives. Okay. David, wouldn't it be best to wear hair nets to avoid the hair from contaminating? There is no hair around here. The food is all separate.
Hair.
Sarah's hair, she doesn't get near the food. So, and because I don't lose hair, I have perma hair, there's really nothing to worry about. Hey, those mushrooms can go in now. Look at that beautiful sauce.
It's bubbling away. The sauce is bubbling.
Man, that is gorgeous.
Nice job.
I put the mushrooms in there. See that?
Yep.
Okay. Mix them in. Beautiful.
You're laughing at your perma hair statement.
Oh, good. Yes, I have perma hair, so that's great. It never goes away. It always stays there. People have been saying for 2 years that I'm going to be bald anytime soon. I haven't become bald yet. Okay, we're going to go ahead and...
I like David's bolognese.
We're going to start up this third pan over here.
These are dirty, right?
Yes, they're all dirty. I'm going to take and put the zucchini in. But you know where I'm going to cook the zucchini? You're going to be shocked by this.
Where are you going to?
In the boiling water that I'm going to put the pasta in.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice 1/4-inch cuts, making sure I'm on the screen there.
Yeah.
I've got a roaring boil going back there, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my rotini in first. Can you track the camera for me?
Yeah.
Hold it. Bring it. Aim it.
There you go.
Okay, here we go. Whole bag in there. All of it goes in there. And then I'm going to add my zucchini to that. All right. And by the time the rotini's done, the zucchini will be done. Isn't that great?
Zucchini and zucchini.
Now you can also do a little trick. I put a little Italian seasoning in the water.
Ooh, Italian herbs. Nice.
Just about a couple shakes. You can put flavoring like onion powder in the water too. If you want flavored rotini. The more flavor in your rotini, the more likely people are going to want to eat it. And you can set that down. Thank you. All right. Somebody said, calm down. Well, you can't exactly do a cooking show at 40 minutes and calm down.
40-minute cooking show.
Yeah, you got to aim it at.
It is aimed at the
Well, I was looking at my crotch. I didn't think that nobody really wants to look at my crotch, Sarah.
Oh, is that your beautiful food?
I'm just kidding. Okay, we're going to do a nice tight dice on this green pepper.
Well, whatever it was aimed at is delicious.
That's pretty fun. We're going to go ahead.
Delicious green pepper.
It's a delicious green pepper. We just put a 9-inch zucchini dongle into the water. It's cut up. We're going to cut these up crossways now. And it's kind of a hot day to be cooking, so I put the fan on back there.
Yeah, did you want me to open a window?
Oh, how did that get closed?
Well,
oh my goodness. I don't ever close this window. Wow. No wonder it was hot in here. Okay.
I don't know.
It was not my choice to have a hot kitchen, but we are now cooling off. Good. This way we can get more of the chemtrails in the window. You want to cook with as many chemtrails as possible. Okay, now this entire green pepper thing is going on top of your bolognese sauce.
Okay.
You see the steam emanating from this?
Yeah. It's bubbling away.
Bubbling away. Normally I would pull the fat out of this dish, but I'm going to leave it right on top and I'm going to let it steam right on top of that. I kind of like the taste of fat.
If you don't like the taste of fat, you can let it set overnight and then it'll kind of it goes to the top and then you can spoon it off. Yeah,
but you don't want to spoon it off of this mix because it's basically in it. If I were to take the fat off right now, it would be a kind of a waste because I got a really extra lean meat. It's not like a, too fattening of a meat. Okay. No, we're doing great here, Bengalitis. We haven't had any problems in a couple years. I don't say anything important until you're back. Okay, you go ahead and leave, and we'll not talk about anything important. All right. Whoa, we got a spillover. I got it in time. Okay, you want to mix that rotini in the back with a spatula, and the zucchini is cooking at the same time. And what I do is I take the lid and just kind of kick it off to the side. So it doesn't form a seal, but it gets a really good hard boil. And we got that thing rolling at level 6. Really intense.
That's high.
Yeah.
That's super high.
Yeah. I know. If you're in a situation where you're cooking really minimal amount of heat, you can pretty much cap it right now and let it cool down on its own, and the pasta will actually cook in its own water. I'm going to get this done quicker, though, than later. So, because we have a timetable.
I just come in and put David's pieces like this.
Whoops, another blowover.
Like his cuttings in the compost.
Yeah. Well, that's cooking really well. It takes about 10 minutes for the rotini to cook, really. Okay, I think we got some Parmesan here. Yeah, look at that. So try to stock up some Parmesan in your house. Really good. It'll be going in the mail. Everything's going to be part of that big process. Okay, as you can see, I haven't added my tomatoes because they haven't really melded with the ingredients here. So what I'm doing is I'm cooking the green pepper by steaming it. And then once it's al dente, everything goes into this big container over here.
Okay.
The visionware.
And the zucchini and the
everything's going in here, yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is essentially, I'm going to put that tomato sauce on top of the hot rotini at the bottom of this dish. And it'll heat up the tomato sauce, and then I'm going to blast it with the remaining ingredients. But I want to add the rest of my bolognese sauce right now. I want to make sure I have all of the tomato sauce in there. So it kind of melds together.
True.
And that means I need to get a little bit more water in here. That's good. Turn that off. And I'm going to get as much as I can of this bolognese, of this tomato sauce that I made. I made this from a tomato paste. Yeah. Okay, we're just going to put that right in there and keep it at level 3 and let it cook with the peppers. There's steaming on top of this dish. This is a hard, fast fusion dish. Everything is going in real fast, real hard, and boiling super fast. So you don't have to worry too long about, laboring in the kitchen. One of the biggest problems people have with cooking is they spend so much time in the kitchen. It's just, it's too much.
You're finished with
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's got a little bit because I put water in it. Okay, I'm going to turn off that pasta in the back. Everything's covered. At this point, you're covering everything. I've got the bolognese sauce on level 3 still. Yeah. I was never laughed out of school. No, that's not true. People laughed with me. I made jokes.
You're like, you are one.
I used to make jokes in class and usually make the professors look like numbskulls. And in doing so, I got a lot of laughs.
Oh,
Yeah.
I made the professor.
Oh, I wasn't a teacher's pet in college. They didn't like me. All right. That's ready to pull out. Make sure everything's done. Not quite. A little bit longer. I'm sealing in the taste. Wow. Oh my goodness. I'm letting everything cook at a fairly good boil right now. The bolognese sauce is sealing and fusing all the flavors together that we put in. I didn't add garlic, so now is the time to add your garlic to the bolognese sauce, right at the end. So I'm going to go with a nice heaping teaspoon of garlic, equivalent to a very large clove. I'm going to mix that right into the sauce. And if you want to add any ingredients that also need to be put in toward the end, like something that's really good for your brain, cumin. Roasted cumin, I get these jars. I'm going to put some cumin in there too. Cumin is really good. They say it helps people with brain function. I don't know, they're getting good results with that. All right, mixing all the ingredients together, pushing that garlic to every portion of the dish, and then sealing it up again and letting the peppers just get to the point where they're al dente is the goal. Okay, we're almost there. 3 minutes till the end of the show. We got a lot of people loading, so you may want to go off, Vaughn, and go back on. We have a complete drop ship on that. But we are recording the show, so go off, Vaughn, and then back on. Yeah, Mark's having some problems with the Denver server. Okay. Thank you for helping out. I am now going to move my rotini into the other dish. It's done. When everything pops up to the top, you know it's done. I'm going to pour the remainder out of this into a dish. Okay. I've got this entire thing tracked with the camera. It's going into this dish right here.
So it's rotini and
Rotini and zucchini in there. Then I'm taking and putting the tomato sauce, all of it, raw tomatoes going in there from the can.
Tomatoes.
Those are actually steamed. Those are already pre-cooked. Those pre-cooked tomatoes. Mix it around. That helps meld the tomato taste. Then take the entire dish, okay, and pour it right in on top. The bolognese sauce goes on top like that. Every last drop. And we are done. We're going to top it off with Parmesan cheese and mix it up with this wooden fork. Beautiful. Dinner for 10. How about that? Wow, look at that, how healthy that is. I'm going to cover it up with a plate.
carrots.
Yeah. And I'm going to leave it on simmer right here so it can kind of meld all those ingredients together and form a net. Hey, everybody, we've got dinner. It's 10 entire servings for $7. I want to thank you for watching the show. It's going to sit there in a warmer till dinner time. Top it off with Parmesan cheese to suit your taste, and you're good to go. So thank you for watching. I'll be starting the main show in just about a minute. Take care.